morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. I hope you're having a good one. Today we are tying a slight variation on a very simple pattern. This one is a ribbed Brassie, original just being a Brassie. Super simple, just got some copper wire down for the bottom, or for the body rather. And then rather than using the traditional Peacock Herl, we're going to use some Black Pearl Chenille from Semperfli. Just got this cool little sparkles through it. Super simple, handy way to add a little bit of weight to your fly rather than a bead or lead wire. Not massively heavy, but it'll still be heavier than something tied with just completely natural fibres. Yeah, super simple, but we'll crack into it. I hope it's a good one. Happy tying. Right, for the hook today we're using a Kamsan B110, which is a curved or grubber hook. You can tie these on a straight shank as well, like a B175 or something like that. We just want to get that thread base down first. And the reason you do this thread base is just gives something for the materials to grip onto as you tie them down the body, and it's the same for any pattern. It just gives something for it to grip to. And I'm going to put the thread base down as far down as you need them to go, which is just slightly down into this bend. You want to crowd up the hook shank. And the other thing with tying these wire bodies is you want to make the thread layer underneath, or any material you have underneath, be as flat as you can. It's just going to help give a nice uniform sort of body. Right, let's get our scissors and snip away the tag end. And we'll move on to tying in the copper wire for the body. Right, you see I brought the thread back up towards the top of the body. And we're going to tie our wire in here, because this is where we're going to start. We're actually going to wrap it back rather than forward. So just tie it in at the start here. Just get it nice and secure, and we'll go into the wrapping down of the body. Right, from here we're just going to start wrapping back. You want to do touching wraps. Now the reason we started all the way up near the front of the fly is once we've built this body down, we're actually going to bring it back up like you would a ribbing on a normal because this is a normal fly, but like you would on any other nymph. I think this can get taken for a few different things. I like them just for a little bit of weight, and often tie them off a smaller nymph off the back of them when I'm fishing. I don't want to say shallow water, because you don't necessarily need this much weight for that, but just when I want a little bit of weight to get a small pattern down quicker. You'll find as you go into the bend, it's going to want to push away from those other wraps. So you just use your fingers, you can try to push them back into each other, but the nature of a curved hook, they kind of pull apart a little bit. It's not too bad. One more. From here we're going to wrap up as a rib. I think it's a great little imitation for a caddis, especially a cased caddis or something like that. You can use different coloured wires, you could use a darker one if you wanted. And also an argument for them being a good midge. And as you come back up, you just want to space it out like you would the ribbing on any other fly. I'm just going to keep going until we get to the top. Once we get there, we'll just bring our thread back to where it is and tie it in. Okay. It's going to want to spring back with a thicker wire sometimes, but once you get a few wraps on it, it's not too bad. I just really like to secure it in, a few in front just to lock down on those threads that you're putting over. Alrighty, and you can either snip it off or helicopter it. Then we'll go on to tying in the Pearl Chenille. Really not much to this pattern. It's probably going to be one of my quickest videos. You're just going to tie in a little tag of that Pearl Chenille. And just get it all nice and secured in there, nice and tight. And we're just gonna wrap this forward like you would a Peacock Herl or any other chenille. I really like this this pearl chenille. It gives it a little bit of flash. I think a little bit eye-catching for the fish. You just bring this up to the eye, and from there we're going to secure it in. I think I forgot to mention at the start, I'm just using black Nano silk from Semperfli. Hands down the best thread. We'll just snip away that, but for argument's sake, if you wanted to do variations on this, you could use a bright coloured thread and make a little hot spot at the front or the back, or you could put a soft tackle on there, or if you wanted more weight you could put a bead on. Last but not least, whip finish. Very simple pattern. I think it's one of those ones it's so simple. A lot of people can tie them. So this was on a size 12, so I've used 0.3mm copper wire, but you could tie them smaller, use smaller wire. This is probably a bit big for like a midge or something, but it's eye-catching and it can get down, and yeah, here we go. Alright, there we have it. One ribbed Brassie. Super simple, really is. Main thing, keep that body or the thread underneath the wire flat and you'll get a nice flat body rather than having all bits and pieces sticking out everywhere. Wrap your copper wire down whatever colour you want, bring it back up, you got that rib. Again, the black pearl chenille on the body is a replacement for natural peacock. Have at it. I hope it's a handy one for you. Nice little quick video this time, but happy tying. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Cheers.